Hi guys, welcome back to New Dram Drinker. This is our next video in the series Pouring It, Drinking It, Enjoying It with Friends. Auntie's going to tell you what whiskey you're drinking today and who chose it.
Okay, so the person who chose it is very special to us here at New Dram Drinker, to myself and to Nikki. I would go as far to say as he's been a little bit of a mentor to us because he's supported us with advice, kind of encouragement with the channel, samples that he's given us, and when you kind of are a new dram drinker, you almost need someone who will mentor you and guide you and give you just some encouragement with what you're doing and what whiskies you're trying. And I think the samples that he has given to us have kind of helped with that. So it is Paul Gibbs of Bearded Whisky, and the whiskey he chose is the Lagavulin 16, and I'm really looking forward to trying this one, to be honest. He's done a really good job with that choice. I always joke with Nicola and say that if I was ever to be reincarnated in the future, that I would come back as Paul, because I would love to have the knowledge he has got. So actually thinking about that. Hi guys, welcome to Experienced Dram Drinker. My name is Paul and I welcome you to our new video.
Ant!
Sorry, my fault, I was daydreaming for a minute. Back to the video. Start on the nose?
Yeah,
okay
definitely.
Then we've got Paul's notes that he gave us.
Here, yeah.
I've got my notes as well because I've been tasting it during the week, just trying to get a little bit more of an in-depth kind of nosing kind of it and on the palate and everything, so we can go a bit more in depth. So straight in on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
You see, initially when I think of Lagavulin, it's almost like I expect it to be a bit more of a peat bomb than it actually is. Well, this one anyway, I haven't had many,
Yeah.
but it's not as peaty as I imagined it was going to be. It's obviously there, but there's so much sweetness going on as well. It's so enticing to drink, that is. It's like...
So it's not just peat.
No, I mean, it's very kind of... It's not subtle, but it's subtle in that I'd say it's balanced with the sweetness at the same time.
Okay.
It's not kind of... You know when you have some peated whiskies and it's kind of, that's all it's got and there's no kind of subtleties in there.
Else,
yeah, there's no other flavours. You can almost get like there's oranges, citrus, fruits. Like that peat just almost wraps it up like a nice blanket of kind of...
That's very eloquent.
Gorgeous.
What did
So
you
I'm
write
going to
in
refer
the
to
week?
my notes. Surprisingly sweet, which, yeah, exactly it is. Salty and briny, yeah, you do get that a touch. It seems to come as you nose it over a little bit longer period. Maybe it's when it's had a little bit more air. There's definitely the briny maybe more than the salty at the moment. There's a definite kind of meatiness. It's not that bacon peat that I sometimes get. It's more of a meat kind of like a what's that hard meat that you have in the packet?
Oh, like beef jerky.
Beef jerky, yeah. Is that biltong as well? Is that the same thing? Yeah, like that. I think that's where the saltiness, you know, because that's got a saltiness to it as well, hasn't it? I put salted caramel, so that's, I think, going back to the salt and the sweetness as well.
Yeah.
That's probably the caramel rather than sweet.
Yeah.
And yeah, very enticing, exactly what I've just said, to be honest. I'm kind of echoing what I put earlier on. That's about it.
Would you like to hear what Paul has said?
Yeah.
Paul said on the nose he gets strong brewed tea and it's more smoky than peaty, which is kind of
I
what
would
you're
agree,
saying.
yeah.
Rich, dark, dried fruits with some prune in there. So he's been quite specific about prunes, and prunes are quite sweet.
Yeah, I'm not a massive prune fan, so I don't know if it's a nosing or a kind of a smell I could get, if you know what I mean.
Got all of that fruity dried fruit sweetness.
Yeah, you only know what you know, don't you?
Yeah.
You can't smell something that you don't know.
Yeah.
It makes me really want to drink it, so
that's
I
good.
mean that's kind of the be all and end all.
Absolutely. That's like the best
Yeah.
liquid ever, isn't it? If you want to drink it.
I'm going to drink it.
Go on then.
Oh, well, that's not anything like the nose leads you to believe.
Oh, interesting.
You get the smokiness. It's almost quite soft at the start.
Yeah.
Then the smoke and the peat kicks in.
Mhm.
Then that dissipates and you start getting. It's not as sweet on the palate, I wouldn't have said, as the nose leads you to believe. It's got that. There's definitely that kind of medicinal, balsamic kind of. That like a bitterness, almost like
bitter tang, yeah. So you're getting the peaty, smoky bits and the sweetness, and then a tang of something else.
Yeah, I'm going to put a little bit more in my glass because I didn't give myself much of a dram, to be honest. I was being conservative.
Would you say this was a complex whiskey or balanced, or how would you describe it?
I would say the nose seems more complex than the palate does.
Okay.
The palate is probably closer to what I would expect of it, but the nose led me to believe that there was going to be more going on. It's not bad. It's just that I think the nose almost, for want of a better way to say it, lies to you.
Yeah.
That what
or
you're going to get.
excited you, and then.
Yeah. On my notes, I put initially smoke heavy on the front, less peated than expected, which is exactly what I've just said. Spices, yeah. I mean that's the kind of, I think that's probably the vinegar, balsamic kind of side of it. Not quite as sweet as the nose would lead you to believe. Yeah, I mean it's exactly what I've just said. Medicinal, yeah. Overall impression is campfire smoke, ash, caramel, raisins.
So Paul said he felt it had a rich, thick mouthfeel, lots of sweetness, which was coming from the sherry element.
Right.
So he doesn't even mention the smoke or the peat. Yeah. So it's like
I think that's probably because you just know that's going to be there because it's of what it is.
Yeah.
It just.
But it has that sherry element.
You're not surprised that it's got the smoke and the ash and the peat because you know it's going to have that.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably more that he's probably giving notes past what's the obvious, if you know what I mean.
What's the finish like?
Spicy. Sweet comes back as it kind of, the smoke and the peat and the ash kind of disappears. You're left with like a spicy sweetness.
Okay.
Can't liken it to anything I've got to put on my long smoke finish, but a little lacking in other flavours. It relies a bit too heavily on the smoke element for my liking, which is what I wrote earlier in the week. I would probably say the finish is the least impressive out of the lot. I would say nose, palate, finish in that order of how nice they are.
Yeah.
I feel like I could nose it for days, but it's not necessarily, doesn't give me what I want necessarily from it after that. I think the nose is just so good that anything after that is going to be a slight disappointment. I don't know whether it's because I'm really on like a peat trip, so I maybe feel like how strong this is peat wise. I feel like I may have already overstepped it to like the Octomore and things like that, where that is really kind of the peat levels that I've got to. So this almost feels
and maybe you
more
were
subdued.
Lagavulin to be a bit more of a peat.
Yeah, and I know there's probably lots to. Well, I know there are lots to try. So maybe there are other ones in the range that will give me that.
It's just not what you expected.
Yeah, I'd say my expectations were probably wrong rather than anything else. It's not the whiskey's fault. It's just my expectations were wrong. It's a very nice whiskey, and it's probably, I would class it as a peaty daily sipper.
Ooh,
whereas the
nice.
Octomore is more of a
once in a blue moon.
It's a treat
Yeah.
of a dram that you kind of you have at the end of the night. This
Yeah.
I could probably have.
If it's more smoky than peaty, do you think I would like it as somebody
I
who's new to their peat
think
journey?
you would definitely.
Because I'm thinking, I'm
Stand a
interested
chance
because
with
you've
it.
said it's sweet as well, so that might be easier for me to drink.
I think you would like it.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I think you
interesting.
would like it. You want to try it?
No, it's fine. Not right now, but yeah, maybe later. That'd be good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It is.
So
Yeah,
I'll
nice.
just tell you what Paul said on the finish.
Okay.
There was a touch of spice and black pepper with the peat smoke as well.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah.
what I said, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
just that I think if you knew what you were going into, if you've had it before or had others before, it probably would have been better.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was probably expecting it to be something it wasn't, which is more my fault than the whiskey's fault.
But what are your overall thoughts? Was it still an
I
enjoyable
like it
whiskey?
because I haven't got many peaty daily sippers, if you know what I mean. I have got a lot of heavily peated, you know, like the Kilkerran. That's heavily peated, and that's probably one I'd go to at the end of the night as well. I haven't got that many that I would buy and have as a mid-evening dram without it ruining. If I wanted to go back to a sherry one after, I could. It wouldn't kind of destroy my palate by having
but
it.
it'd be flavoursome.
Yeah,
Really good,
yeah. I
It's
think it
made
would be
me really
nice.
excited to try it.
Yeah, I want to
actually.
try more in the range. I think that's one
Yeah.
thing it's done. It's made me think I do want to try more in the range. And like I say, we've got the travel exclusive up there. We haven't tried it yet, so I look forward to opening that and giving that a go now.
Cool.
So yeah.
Shall we say one more big thanks to Paul?
Yeah, like I said earlier on in the video, he is a person who's been there from the start for this channel. Means a lot to us. He is a certified original, I would say, for New Dram Drinker. But yeah, I mean, that's been a great whiskey. So
and a good whiskey that we probably wouldn't have tried.
No,
any other
no,
way, yeah.
that's what this series has kind of been designed for, to
opened our eyes
open
to
our eyes
ones,
to whiskies that people have either shared with us or we've shared with them and haven't tried yet because we know we're doing these videos. So yeah, I mean, it's lovely, really good, really good.
Do you have anything left in your glass to end the video?
Oh, no.
We're so bad at this just lately, aren't
I've got a little bit.
It's like we came up with the perfect mantra that we just can't follow through.
Yeah, no, it's just like you can't just get rid of the drink it part, pour it, enjoy it, and that's it. But yeah, if you're enjoying these videos, this series, a couple of things really. If you want to be in the series, we're going to do another season of this series eventually. If you want to be in it, then get in touch with us. We will include you and try and find a whiskey we've both got that we can do. If you're enjoying them, please comment. We love seeing the comments. The longer the comments, the more comments, the better. We'll try and get back to every single one of them if we can.
Maybe you know a sweet peated whiskey that would be really good for me to try.
Yeah.
Along these lines. Yeah.
Definitely. So we love any recommendations really that you can give us with regards to anything whiskey wise really. It doesn't have to be necessarily a whiskey. It could be some hints, tips, guides, whatever you want. And yeah, that's it. Just comment away. We love it. Other than that, all we want to do is say, as we always do at the end of the videos with an empty glass, is pour it, drink it, enjoy it. Cheers, guys.